right ankle, the sole of your right foot, the top of your right foot, your right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. And now move your awareness to the left side of your body. Become aware of your left thumb, your second finger, your third finger, fourth finger, and your fifth finger. The palm of your left hand, the back of your left hand, your left wrist, left arm, left elbow, your left upper arm, left shoulder, left waist, left hip, left thigh, left knee, your left calf, left shin, your left ankle, the sole of your left foot, the top of your left foot, your left big toe, your second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Now bring your awareness to your lower back and your entire spine, your right shoulder blade, your left shoulder blade, the back of your neck, the back of your head, top of your head, your forehead, your right eyebrow, left eyebrow, your right eye and your left eye, your right nostril and your left nostril, the tip of your nose, your right cheek, your left cheek, your right ear, your left ear, your top lip, bottom lip, the roof of your mouth, your tongue, your chin, your throat, the right side of your chest, the left side of your chest, and your belly. Now, keeping your awareness here at your belly, you're going to mentally count backwards at your own pace for 10 breaths. So start with 10, inhale, 10, exhale, 9, inhale, 9, exhale. Now, if you lose your place or you finish early, you can just start over at the number 10.
Sometimes.
Wherever you are in your counting breath practice, you can let that go and just return to breathing naturally. Now begin to imagine the most beautiful sunrise you've ever seen. The fiery orange sun is rising slowly, and it's coloring the sky with shifting rays of pink, yellow, and white against the blue sky. You feel the sun's warmth on your face, and you feel its energy throughout your body. As that sun rises, you start to feel excited about this beautiful new day. You notice that the sun lights up a path before you. You follow it for several steps, and you find yourself at the edge of a lush tropical forest. As you enter the forest, you find that each step is cushioned by soft moss that tickles your toes. Vines of fragrant flowers drape down, dusting your shoulders, and you can hear a gentle breeze rustling the treetops above. Up ahead is a clearing that leads you out onto a pink sand beach. In the shadow of the forest, the sand is cool and silky on your bare feet. Each footstep sinks into the sand as you walk out onto the sunny shore. Now ahead of you is the ocean. It's calm and glistening turquoise. You walk toward the lapping waves and you turn to continue down the beach. Ahead of you, you notice a waterfall cascading down a cliff and across the sand. The water pouring down is silver, sparkling, and you want to explore it. You walk closer and you step under that waterfall stream. As you do, you feel its warm, refreshing water envelop your body. It cascades over you from the top of your head, dripping down your face and your neck, and splashing onto the tops of your shoulders. You begin to notice that the water energizes and strengthens everything it touches. The beautiful water flows over your arms, over your legs, it pours down onto your feet. Your entire body is covered and you feel amazing. You stand there in your bare feet on the wet sand and you soak up all of that energizing power of the water. You notice that any injuries, any stress, or any worries you had are completely gone. You feel a spark of pure joy, like you want to run and jump and play in those waves. Feeling completely energized and joyful, you turn with gratitude and you skip back along the beach to the path through the forest, returning to the same spot where you began the day. You arrive just in time to see the setting sun slip below the horizon and the moon gently illuminate the space around you. You lie back and you look at the wide field of stars in the sky. As you lay comfortably in the moonlight, you feel your body begin to float upward toward the glowing moon. As you float higher, you watch the moon begin to slowly open into a blossom, with petals opening to reveal a lotus flower. As you get closer, you see that the center of that flower is a shimmering white pearl. You look closely and see that the pearl is reflecting your own face, radiant, healthy, and peaceful. You cradle that pearl in your hands, take a deep breath in, close your eyes, and feel everything good within you. Now repeat your sankalpa or your affirmation 3 more times in your head. I am strong and energized. I am strong and energized. I am strong and energized. Ever so slowly, ever so gently, just start to bring awareness back to the place where you're laying and the room that you're in. Notice the spot where you're lying and how your body feels. Start to move your fingers, your toes. You can move your arms, move your legs and your feet. Stretch your body just like you're awakening from a long nap. You can rock back and forth if you enjoy that. Just take a moment to check in with your body and the way that you're feeling. You can stay in your reclining position or you can sit upright at this point, whatever feels comfortable to you. Keep your eyes closed for a minute and just notice the way you feel. What does it feel like to be deeply relaxed in your body? Do you like the experience of visiting that amazing beach in your mind? The really cool thing about visualizing something like that, visualizing a journey or an adventure or an experience, is that it can actually trick your brain into feeling all of the feelings that you would experience if you were really on that amazing beach. So when you can't travel, like right now, it's a tool that you can use, but you can also use it to visualize your success in something that you're doing, in the way you want to perform at the gym, in the way you want to achieve something, or how you want to perform on a test, something that you want to do in the future. That visualization is a really powerful tool for your mind and your body. So thank you for trying that out with me. I hope that you are very rested. I hope you feel relaxed and so ready to learn and feel great in your body today.
Thank you, Jolene. Hi guys, my name is Peng. I'm sorry, I'm a little late to the party. Of course, I had technical difficulties, and of course, it happened on today. But I'm so excited. Thank you, Jolene, so much for that amazing session. I feel super relaxed. I came in just in time, and honestly, it's so important for gymnasts like yourself to be really in tune with your body, really in tune with where your mind state's at. And honestly, during this time when sometimes it's hard to get into the gym, this is perfect to keep working on those mental sets and to keep working on centering yourself. You might not think it helps your gymnastics, but honestly, that is all I did when I was injured. And before we get started, I'm going to give you a little brief on who I am if you don't know who I am. My name is Peng, and I was on the Canadian national team. I was the 2012 honorary team captain for Canada, and I was a UCLA gymnast. I just graduated in 2018, and well, I guess not just anymore, but I graduated in 2018. I ended up scoring 10 perfect tens, and 2 of those tens were to help UCLA win NCAA national championships. So I'm so excited to be here. You guys have amazing speakers today, and I really hope you guys take notes because everything that they tell you is going to benefit you and help your gymnastics in so many ways. So without further ado, let's get back into it. Jolene is going to talk about beauty wellness, and I can't wait for her to let you know what it is. It's going to be an amazing session, and I hope you guys are taking notes and absorbing all the information. So Jolene, I'm going to give the mic back to you.
Thank you, Peng. We're so happy to have you here as our host. It's amazing. 10 perfect tens. That is incredible. So now that we're relaxed, we're ready to focus, our minds are right where they need to be. I'm just going to share a little bit of my tips about healthy beauty. So like I said, I've been in the beauty industry for about 15 years, worked as a beauty editor at magazines, but I spent a lot of my time working on healthy beauty. And so I want to start by asking you, what are some of the ways that you know that you feed your body every day? So you think about it, maybe the first thing that comes to mind is that you feed your cells with the food that you eat. But you also feed your brain with the books that you read and the shows that you watch, the classes that you attend for school. So often we also forget that we also feed our bodies through our skin with the beauty products that we apply. So that might sound crazy, but your skin is your largest organ and it has a lot of important jobs like regulating your body temperature, helping you to feel when something is hot or cold. The surface of your skin is what we call your skin barrier. But even though it protects what's going on inside our bodies, it's not exactly a solid barrier like we might imagine. Your skin actually absorbs more than half of the ingredients from the beauty products that you apply to it. So that means it's really important to read beauty labels and choose the healthiest ingredients, the exact same way that you do for the foods that you eat. So you might think, maybe all beauty products are created equal, but that's not always the case for some complicated reasons. But just like you can find a lot of junk food on store shelves, we all know it's there, you can also find a lot of junk food beauty out there. So, what kind of beauty products are going to be the healthiest for your body and your skin at the age you are now and in the decades ahead? So, I want to give you some of my best tips to become a really smart beauty shopper. And to know these tips at your age means that you're going to be so far ahead. You can share these with your friends and teach other people to be a better, smarter beauty shopper as well. The first tip is to look out for seals or certifications that tell you that a product has really high quality ingredients. So usually you'll see them as like a little circle on your products. One seal that you might already know from food labels that you see is the USDA organic seal. So that means that 95% of the ingredients in that product are organic, which is amazing. Another good seal to look for is called Made Safe. And it just says the words made safe right on the seal. And that tells you that a product has not been made with any ingredients that are known to cause harm to our bodies. So another wonderful one to look for. A third seal that's great is a picture of a leaf encircled by the name Natural Products Association. And that one means that at least 95% of the ingredients in that product are natural. So just by looking at those labels and reading those labels on products, you are going to learn so much. But it takes a little more effort to turn over the product and actually read what's going on inside, the way we do for a lot of our food. Now, the second tip is to know that sometimes less is actually more when it comes to beauty products. So the average teen girl uses more personal care products than any other demographic or group of people, even more than adult women. So the average teen girl uses 17 beauty products every day. The average adult woman uses 12. Now, as a teen, you're probably just discovering a lot of beauty products, and that's so much fun to do. But in those 17 products, just to know, there are hundreds of different beauty product ingredients. And especially when you're young, your skin doesn't need that much help to be healthy and radiant. All of you guys are already radiant who have seen on camera today. You have beautiful skin. So a simple skincare routine is a gentle cleanser that you can use after you sweat or work out, or maybe you wear sunscreen or some makeup. And then a basic moisturizer and a sunscreen that you can wear when you're out in the sun for a long time. So keeping it simple can sometimes be the absolute best. And it sometimes takes adult women a long time to learn that later on in life. So you're ahead of the game if you're learning it now. The third tip I want to share is that make sure your most favorite products that you're using every day, so maybe your lip balm that you use all the time, body lotion, deodorant, make sure those favorites have the healthiest ingredients because those are the ones that are being absorbed the most if you're using them every single day. With lip balm, you actually ingest or you eat a little bit every time you lick your lips. So think about how much is getting into your body. With your body lotion, you apply that head to toe. So you know you're absorbing a lot through your skin, through that skin barrier that we talked about. And you put your deodorant in a very delicate, very porous area of your body under your arms. And that's important to make sure is very high quality too. So if you have other products that maybe you use a ton in your routine, try to make those as healthy as possible. Look for something that might be organic or very natural, and that's going to make a big difference in your routine. Tip number 4, this is fun. You don't always need to buy your beauty products. It can be really fun to make some of your own at home. You can mix granulated sugar and olive oil and a little essential oils to make a sugar scrub for your body. My personal favorite, if you have honey at home, you can make an amazing honey mask that will leave your skin so smooth, so hydrated. This is how you do it. So you want to start with clean, damp skin. After you wash, leave a little bit of moisture on your skin, and then you apply a coating of honey and leave it on for about 20 minutes or so. You can go do something else, watch a show, do some chores, and then come back and rinse it away with a warm, damp washcloth. Your skin will feel softer than it has for as long as you can remember. It'll feel more hydrated because honey is a humectant and it draws moisture from the air around you to make sure your skin gets hydrated. And if you get any little breakouts in your teen years, it's actually a really perfect secret ingredient to put on your breakouts to heal them. Honey has active enzymes that are going to get rid of any bacteria that might be causing acne breakouts and help to heal whatever's going on the surface of your skin. So you don't even have to buy it if it's already in your kitchen, something that you can use today. So most of all, I want you to remember that when you take time to care for your body, you benefit your body and your mind. We want you to care for yourself well. And I think for today's event, you might have received 3 Acure products, and we chose those for their healthy beauty ingredients. I really hope you enjoy those. I think there are eye gels, perfect to wear the next time you lay back and practice a yoga nidra, or you meditate, or you just relax. There's a serum that has an herb in it called blue tansy that is really calming if you have any skin irritation from the sun, or even if you go out in the cold this winter and your skin gets a little irritated. And then I think there's a third one. I'm not sure what the third product was, but these are wonderful ones to enjoy and to play around with. And I hope you love those. If you have any more questions about your beauty routine or about yoga nidra, you can contact me through my website, jolenehart.com. I'm on Instagram at jolenehart and happy to answer your individual questions. But I hope this gives you a good kickoff to buying the healthiest beauty products you can in the years ahead, and that you enjoy healthy beauty.
We have one question before we end this. Do you recommend a lotion with sunscreen, or do you prefer using products separately?
I think it's nice to have 2, but you know what? If you're not using, if you're not going out in the sun every day, I think it's nice to have 2. But it depends. If that's all you're using in the morning, it's just a little bit of lotion with SPF. I think you can get away with it together, and it's a nice one to have together as well. It really has to be whatever works for your routine. Great question.
Thank you so much. Do you guys have any more questions before Jolene, before we move on? You can put it in the chat. But that was amazing. I am such a huge fan of beauty products. And I think as a gymnast, we all love to get dolled up. We all know we like to put a little makeup on. Yep. Honestly, I mean, I have acne too in my adult age. It's going to happen. So the honey tip was amazing.
Oh, it's so good. Wait till you try it.
Oh, I can't wait. I feel like I'm going to try it tonight, to be honest. But that was amazing. I hope you guys took so many notes. Have fun with making things at home, because that's what one of my best friends and I do, Janae and I. She's obsessed with skincare, and she's always telling me things that will help my skin and really rejuvenate myself, because when you compete, look good, feel good, right? Yes, so when you feel good, you're going to compete at your best.
Totally agree. Such good advice.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. You guys have another amazing guest speaker. We have Erin, and she's going to be cooking with you today. Again, guys, make sure you take all these tips and tricks down, because this is going to be amazing to bring back into the gym. And especially when you guys get back and competing again, these are great and amazing tips to help you guys look good and feel good so you can compete at your best. So Erin, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Perfect. Thank you. That was wonderful. And I love, every time I hear Jolene talk, I learn something new. So Peng, I'm totally with you. I had no idea about the honey, and I have always wanted to do a sugar scrub or make something. So now I'm like, okay, all right. I feel a little bit more secure that maybe I'll do it and not screw it up too badly. So that's a good thing.
I want my face to be smooth and soft.
Right? I want my skin to look like Jolene's is really what I'm seeking. So there's that. Good. So today we're talking all about food. So I'm a dietitian. I've been with Unite for Her for years. And one of the things that I love to do with our community is cooking, and mostly cooking simple things that we can throw together. So it's been wonderful to see all of you beautiful athletes sort of hanging out at your gym, listening to everything. And I was a college athlete myself, and I'm still really active. And we have a 14-year-old baseball player. And we're always talking about eating for great performance. Pardon me, I'm letting someone else come into the event. We don't want anybody to miss this. So, talking about foods that will fuel us going into competition or going into a game or going into an activity. And then also talking about what can we eat and what can we drink to help our muscles recover so that you can continue to excel and grow. And so those are sort of what I'm going to be making today. So really quick recipes, look for them on our social media as we move through, but they're so versatile that you can be really creative in your own home. So the first thing I'm going to do is make my favorite smoothie. So I love a smoothie for so many reasons. You can make it ahead of time. I like to make a large batch, like what I'm going to do today, that really is like 2 big servings in one, so that I have something ahead of time. But it's a really easy way to throw nutrition together and to incorporate a lot of different things. Now, this smoothie uses what I like to call a little bit of a magic ingredient. So I say magic lightly, but the magic ingredient that I'll be using is beets. And so you probably are ready to mute me already because you're like, beets are gross and I'll never eat them. But let's think about this a little bit. So beets have been proven, science proven, that they offer so much benefit to our muscles. So in our red beets, I've got some here. You see the beautiful red color that will surely stain everything. So get ready. They have a healthful compound called nitrate in them. And so when we eat them, whether they're roasted or raw or in a salad or however, our body with the other nutrients that are in them turn that nitrate into nitrous oxide in our body. So, okay, why do I care about that? What nitrous oxide does in the body is it improves blood flow. It helps blood vessels relax. And what does better blood flow do? It helps bring oxygen to our tissues. You don't need a ton, but it has been proven that incorporating beets both before and after physical activity does a ton of things for muscles. It helps with muscle performance. And when you incorporate beets, whether they're whole or I'll be using a beet powder, just dehydrated beets, that it also helps with muscle recovery. You feel less fatigued. And it is science proven. This research actually started in heart failure patients. So those that were having trouble using their heart muscles, just incorporating a little bit of beet on the regular made a tremendous difference. So you may start to see as athletes, beets start showing up, whether it's just beet juice or beet powder, but I would recommend, a great way to add it in and sort of hide that flavor if it's not your favorite is in a smoothie like this. So before you discount it, trust me, if you're looking for ways to really help your muscles recover, even after a long weekend of competing like this, I think this would be fabulous for you. So let's get started. Really easy to throw together. I've got a blender. I'm using my Vitamix. You can use whatever blender, Ninja, immersion blender you guys have at home. The first thing I'm going to do, I like to base mine with either yogurt or kefir, which is like a pourable yogurt. I like this. So this is unsweetened. You want to make sure it's unsweetened. I'm going to add just a little bit. Use your discretion. It's like half a cup, maybe a little bit more. I like to use something like a kefir, an unsweetened kefir, because it's got a ton of healthy probiotics. So that healthy bacteria that fuels our microbiome. So gut health is like all the rage right now. So I like to add a little bit of this. If you want to use just regular yogurt or a plain yogurt, by all means, go for it. And I am watching the chat. Is there a nutritional difference between fresh beets and dried powder form? No. So there are studies. That's a great question, Kim. So there are studies that have used someone incorporating something like a roasted beet, and they're incorporating, maybe a half cup serving. And there's studies that have focused on eating them that way. There's other that have looked at beetroot juice. So like a juice that's unsweetened, unflavored, or there might be a little bit of sweetener, or something like a beetroot powder. But all of those include this important compound called nitrate. So you get them from all avenues. So whatever avenue works best for you. Of course, also as a dietitian, I always say whole food first. And I'll talk about how you could throw a whole beet in here if you didn't have the powder, but all forms are great. That's a really great question. So we start with our yogurt. The next thing I'm going to add is a 1/4 cup of a nut or seed butter. So I'm using a 1/4 cup. This is actually like a mixed nut butter. So it's got cashews and almonds and some peanuts, walnuts are in here. So it's got a little bit of everything. If you have a tree nut allergy and you tolerate seeds better, by all means use whatever you have. Pumpkin seed butter, tahini, sesame seed butter, sunflower seed butter, or your favorite nut butter. It's a great source of healthy fat, which is important for satiation, vitamin absorption, energy recovery. So that's really important. So whatever nut or seed you like to add, by all means, go for it. The next thing I'm going to add is I used a tablespoon of beetroot powder. I got this at the local grocery store. You don't have to go anywhere fancy. If you went to the farmer's market and you got fresh beets like I did yesterday, what you could do is roast these and then cut them up and throw them right in. When they're roasted and you remove the skin, they're nice and tender, so they blend really well. So that's a way that you could use the whole beet, which I love because you're also getting that fiber. You could also have a raw beet, and what you would do is just cut the skin off, not cut the skin, but peel the skin off. And with like a cheese grater, you could grate this right on in here. So again, getting that tremendous helpful compounds naturally, but also getting the fiber and the other vitamins and other antioxidants that give, this beautiful red purple color. So I love that. So there's ways that you can add this even naturally. The next I'm going to add are a seed. So I always tell our ladies, if you are making a smoothie, there should be a seed in here. So I'm using chia seed, a tablespoon of chia seed. Flaxseed is fine. Hemp seed is fine. Seeds are so underestimated in terms of their nutritional value. They're a really great source of heart healthy fats, plant protein. Remember, we want protein in here too for muscle recovery. Let's get it naturally. The next thing we're going to do, again, if you're making a smoothie, it's a great way to get vegetables. So I tend to shove as many greens as I can in here. Kale, spinach. If you're not a fan of these, again, this is a good way to sort of hide some in. And I really press it in here. So as much as you can fit in, go for it. And another important thing, vitamin C is really important for our body to be able to turn that nitrate into nitrous oxide. Beets are a great source of vitamin C. So is spinach. Spinach is also a really good source of that nitrate. You can't go wrong. So any kind of green, throw that in there. And then last but not least, I'm going to add some frozen fruit so that it tastes really good. And things that I find pair really well, I love pineapple mixing with my beet powder because, not everybody loves that flavor. So I've got some frozen pineapple and I've got some frozen cherries because it is pink weekend, so I wanted to make sure I did have a little bit of pink color in my smoothie. So now I've got everything here. Again, this is going to be a 2 big serving, so I could have some today after my workout later, and then I could have some tomorrow if I wanted to. Last but not least, I'm just going to add some water to this as my liquid. Of course, you could add a different kind of liquid. If you wanted to use coconut water, that's really high in potassium, you could do that. You could add an unsweetened plant-based milk if you wanted to use an almond milk or a cashew milk or something like that if you want something a little creamier. So I've got water. The whole thing goes on top of my blender and we'll give it a blend and call it a day. So this is really quick and easy. So let me, without being too distracting, and hopefully I don't blow the top off. So this should be fun. Perfect. So it'll be nice and smooth. It's nice and red from both the beets and the cherries that I put together. It's not too thick. Again, if you want something that has a little thicker consistency, add some ice, add some more frozen fruit. Your greens, you can even buy frozen as well. I love that. So that's a great way to make something a little bit more slushy. So I've got a little bit here. That is delicious. I'm not going to rush through this segment because I really want to spend some time with you, but I can't wait to drink that in a little bit. I'll be perfectly honest with you. So that is our beet and cherry shake that we have going on. So do I have time to do our second recipe, or should we just share that on social media so we keep with time? Peng, what do you think?
Go for it. I think you can go for it.
Okay, this will be really
I'm
quick.
excited about this beet smoothie, to be honest. I love beets, so I want to see what you have up next.
So do I. So this is really, really easy. Let me get my ingredients.
Okay. While you get your ingredients, actually, there is a question from Kim
Sure.
H. He says, is there a nutritional difference between fresh beets and the dried powder form? Ooh,
yep. So I saw this earlier. This is fabulous. And just to reiterate, what the science and studies tell us is that both sources offer this really tremendous compound, which I love. So if it's a convenience factor, if you want to do a beetroot powder and add it to things like smoothies with other really health promoting benefits, by all means, go for it. If you love roasted beets, Peng, I'm with you. I love beets. So, you know, roasting a whole bunch and throwing some into a smoothie would be great, or having them on a salad. You get the same benefit, or just like a beetroot juice sometimes that we see in the store. So any form that you have access to, I say go for it. So this is perfect post-exercise. You can sip on a little bit before. Fabulous. My next one that I will talk us through really quickly are my no-bake pumpkin spice bites. So this is perfect for pre-exercise, and I often grab a couple before I go to a workout or I go for a run, because there's a ton of great energy to use, but they're not really heavy. So real quick, you might think it's not pumpkin season anymore, but it's pumpkin season in my house all years around. So such is life. Okay, so we're gonna start with some rolled oats first. So I've got 1.5 cups of quick cook or a traditional rolled oat, totally fine, whatever you have. The next I'm going to use is pureed pumpkin. Where's my little spatula? So I've got canned pureed pumpkin, which is why this is so helpful, because, you know, it's such a pantry staple. And if you have leftover from the fall, why not use it? So we've got a little bit of this. If you don't like pureed pumpkin, this question comes up a lot, like, I don't really like pumpkin, or I don't have it, what could I use? Something like an applesauce, an unsweetened applesauce would be a fabulous substitution. So you could use that as well. Next, I am adding some peanut butter. So again, if you are allergic to peanuts and you don't want to use it, or allergic to tree nuts, but you do better with seeds, any sort of nut or seed butter or mixture would be fine. So this goes into our bowl. I also love this because this is a one pot mixture, so it's not, you don't have to get crazy with all these different things. We're going to add some spices. So I have a little bit of pumpkin pie spice and some cinnamon here. Now I know there's cinnamon in a pumpkin pie spice blend, but this is just a little added benefit. Again, we're going to add some seeds. How much of the pumpkin and peanut butter? Pumpkin is 3/4 of a cup pumpkin puree. That's a great question, Sarah. And then peanut butter is 1/2 a cup, or any nut or seed butter. And then again, 1.5 cups of those rolled oats, traditional rolled oats, quick cook oats. Any other substitutes than pumpkin? Yep, I have little ones that are not sure, a big fan of the pumpkin flavor. Number one, they probably won't even know the pumpkin is in here, to be perfectly honest with you. But Tara, if you wanted to substitute something else, again, applesauce, I think would be a fabulous substitution, or any other sort of canned vegetable or like a pureed fruit like that would be just fine. Great questions. Okay, again, seed. So I'm using chia seed. You can use flaxseed, hemp seed. It's just a nice binder to keep everything together. So I've got 1 tablespoon of a seed. And again, we're going to put this in our social media. So be on the lookout for Unite for Hers Pink social media, these recipes as well. Okay, and then we've got a little bit of sweetener. So 2 tablespoons of a good quality maple syrup. So I've got a little bit here. You can't go wrong. Peng, being from Canada, I mean, you probably know all about really good maple syrup. I have a little bit of jealousy.
It's okay. I love maple syrup. It's in my blood.
Lucky duck. Okay, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then last, but certainly not least, I've got some dark chocolate chips here. I love them. They add a nice little crunch. Pre-workout, you know, again, you get a little bit of sugar that helps us use for energy. All I'm going to do is give this a mix. Everything will combine. So you see why you may not really get that pumpkin flavor given everything that's incorporated. Once everything is mixed together, I'll show you what this looks like. All I'm gonna do is roll these into a golf ball size bite, and those are your energy bites. I'll put them on a plate. I'll stick them in my refrigerator for like an hour before you dive in, just to let them firm up. And then I keep them in the fridge. And honestly, half an hour, 45 minutes before a workout or before exercise or before going into practice or a meet, grab a couple of these, and they're a great energy source, and they're not heavy on the belly. So they're not going to weigh you down. They're not going to make you feel sluggish, but they've got really great ingredients to make you to have really long lasting energy. So
Erin, how
that,
much pumpkin spice and cinnamon do you put in?
oh, great question. So it is, let me see. Oh yeah, 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, half a teaspoon of added cinnamon. That's a great question.
All right, so thank you so much for sharing your recipe. I am such a big fan of the simple energy bites, because honestly, when I was in college, I used to make my own bites, and they used to be random. I used to kind of throw coconut, dark chocolate, but definitely the rolled oats are amazing. And I hope you guys take this, when you go to practice, because they're so easy. I don't know how many times I've gone to practice starving, and because I don't have anything in my fridge or anything like that. These are great to store, and I'm excited. I'm really want to try this recipe.
And you're right, there's so many ways that you can make this. How much maple syrup? 2 tablespoons, Marlene. But you're right, you can use all different sorts of dried fruit. You can make this 100 different ways, these bites, depending on what you like and what you have at home. So Peng, you're 100% right.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I want to get you all up on your feet, because if you know me, I've been very active on TikTok recently, and we are going to do a little TikTok dance. I see some girls laughing, so I'm going to get set up here and put you guys in my kitchen. This used to be the Honestly show. If some of you recognize my nice little wall here, I put the light on to add a nice little ambiance. But I saw this dance on TikTok. It's going to be super, super quick and very, very simple. So everyone up on your feet so we can learn this dance. We are going to start off. It's called Dynamite by BTS. So I'm going to play the music, and you're going to let me know if you can hear it. Okay, just give me like a thumbs up. Can you hear it? Yeah, awesome. Okay, so we're going to do the chorus, and it's going to go, let's go. Okay, it's going to be a cute little 15 seconds. Let's go. And your feet are going to go, let's see if you can see my feet. Your feet are going to go one in front of the other, just like this. Okay, exactly. Just crossing over. And with your feet, you're going to go here, here, and here. Amazing. You guys are doing awesome. So it's going to go from the top. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. As you're here, you're going to take this arm, pull it to the side, and you're going to separate your feet, drop it. So you're going to bend your knees and drop, and then do a little hip twirl. Yeah. So it's going to go here, and then 1, 2, 3. Amazing. Let's go from the top. Ready? So 5, 6, 7. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Amazing. After that, you're going to go brush off to the side. Yeah, very nice. So it's going to go, we'll go from the top. I'll sing along with it because I don't know the counts. So 5, 6, 7, let's go. Because hear the stars tonight, do, do, do. And then here, ba, ba. Very nice. I think there's only 2 of them actually, now that I think about it. So here, 1, 2, and then tonight, so watch me. It's gonna go 1 up here. Your feet are doing the exact same thing, just so you know. So you're gonna go up, up, down, down. From here, you're gonna take this arm, pull it around you. Yeah, very nice. And then turn your hips. Yeah. So let's go over that one more time. So let's go from here. Ready? So brush shoulders. 1, 2. Then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, around, and then up here. Very nice. Up here, and then you're gonna make a big circle up, and then a big circle down. Very nice. So let's go from here again, okay? So 5, 6, 7, and brush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Very nice. Oh, sorry. Here, and then there's 2 claps. It's hard to hear without the music. So here, there, 2 claps, and then we go big circle, small circle. Very nice. And we're gonna do a cute little disco thing. So just like this, boom, boom. Very nice. After your boom, boom, you take this arm, circle again, and you're gonna push the wall like so. Very nice. So you're gonna push it up at the top, and as soon as you push down here, you're gonna hop back. Yeah, so it's gonna go around, push, and push, hop, okay? Very nice. Let's go right from the top, okay? So 5, 6, 7, let's go. Cause I hear the stars tonight, do. So watch me break the night, set the night alight, do, clap. Very nice. That part's a little difficult. And then shining with the city, with the little focus door, I'ma light it up. Very nice. So at the end, it's just gonna go, your leg's gonna go with your arm. Let's see if I can angle you better. Like down here, okay? So after you do 1, 2, hop, pull it in a circle, and then you're gonna pull it to the circle to the top, okay? And then it just goes da. Everyone knows this move from TikTok? Yes, I see people smiling. Yes, very nice. Okay, so we're gonna go right from the top, and we're gonna try with the music. It's a lot faster with the music, okay? So 5, 6, 7, let's go. Just hear the stars tonight, do. So watch me break the night, set the night alight, do, clap. Shining with the city, with the little focus door, I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa. Got it? You guys are great. Okay, let's just try with the music because I think you guys got it, to be honest. You guys are so fast learners. Okay, here we go. Here. Ready? On the let's go. 7, 8, let's go. I see some people a little confused here. We'll go over it one more time really slow. We'll do it all together again. Maybe we can have, I'll post a video so you guys can tag me in it because we're gonna do something exciting with this dance. And I want you guys to all try it and submit it to me so I can give you guys a prize at the end. So let's go over it really slow one more time, okay? So it's gonna go 5, 6, 7, let's go. Very nice. Cause here, stars, hip up, 2, and brush. 1, 2. Up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Very nice. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Circle. 8. And then push. 1, 2, hop. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 and 8. Very nice. Okay, let's do it one more time. All together now. Hold on. Let's give us a little more time. All right, ready? Here we go. Keep it nice and loose. Ready? Let's go. You guys are absolutely amazing. You picked it up so fast. It took me so long to learn. So you guys are exquisite at dancing. I'm so excited. I'm going to post this TikTok dance. I'm actually going to be choosing a winner for this dance so that we can have a prize at the end. So I'm really excited. I'll be posting this on TikTok today. You can check out my TikTok account at Peng Peng Lee. It's pretty much my name. And I hope you guys really, really like the speakers. Thank you guys, Jolene. Thank you guys, Aaron, so much for going over beauty wellness and giving us that nice meditation. And of course, the food bites. So I hope you guys learned a lot today. But before we leave and say goodbye, no, our time is up. I have raffles drawn and door prizes. So I know you guys are really excited about prizes. I remember when I was your age. I mean, still, I like prizes. So I'm going to go and read off the list. If you guys have any questions for me, you guys can ask it at the end if you would like to stay longer or if we're done. I'm not 100% sure. But I want to go ahead and read these prizes. Someone says, unfortunately, she can't do the dance because of a knee injury. I have a solution for you. Sit in a chair and just vibe out. Everyone is welcome. So I want you to sit in the chair. I 100% feel your pain with knee injuries. This dance is good because you can do it in a chair and just record from here up. I got you. You can still enter this contest. So I'm excited. Let's get into the prizes. Prize number 1. Are you ready, my friends? Marsha Pollard is our winner, and she won an autographed Lori Hernandez leotard. Yay! Everyone can give like silent claps on Zoom. Congratulations. All right, so prize number 2. Here we go. Drum roll, please. Catherine Herrera. She is the winner of an autograph 5x7 photos of all previous Pink Invitational celebrities. Ooh, Nastia Liukin, Laura Hernandez, Michaela Maroney, May, myself, and I, Jordan Weber, and Caitlin Ohashi. Congratulations, Catherine. Silent claps all over again. Good job. Okay, prize number 3. We have Kelly Edgar. Woo! Kelly Edgar won a Makovsky. She's the Makovsky winner. She won an Air Track Pink and Gray Airfloor Home. Wow, that's a big one. I mean, I have never ever had an Air Track, but I love bouncing on them, especially in gym. Congratulations, Kelly. What an amazing prize. And last and finally, prize number 4. Are you ready? We have Brent Fox is the winner for the Jolene Hart signed book and beauty basket. Woo! I hope he shares that because, you know, there's always a lot of products in beauty baskets. So maybe he'll be nice and just like hand them out as prizes to other people. Thank you guys so much for coming on to this Pink Invitational. I know it's been an extremely tough year with everything that's been going on. I hope you guys still stay motivated. This is amazing. You guys can work on your weaknesses. You can work on every single thing that maybe you aren't able to in the gym. This is an amazing opportunity to get those mental sets in, to work on your beauty wellness, to work on your meditation, and also food. Food is an amazing thing to fuel your body, to make you feel good, even during this time. And if we can't get into the gym, you guys can still fuel your bodies and be amazing athletes. Sue, do you want to say anything to close us off as we say goodbye to everyone? Thank you guys so much for coming on, and Sue's going to take it from here.
I think Sue is finishing up with some stuff for competition, so I will close this out. So Peng, you're amazing. Thank you for being here, and I sincerely want to thank everyone for joining us for our first annual Camp Pink. This was really exciting. Hopefully you learned a little bit about relaxation, you know, beauty, some food, you know, and if you're one of the prize winners, congratulations. Enjoy your prize. Thank you for being here for our first Pink virtual event and our virtual competition. We're so appreciative that you're here with us. If anybody has any questions or you want to hang out, you know, if Peng wants to hang out for a few minutes and ask, we're here. You know, but again, we appreciate you being here. We hoped you just took this little bit of time to enjoy and relax and learn a thing or two. I will put my email, Anya. I saw your question about getting the recipes. So I'll put my email at Unite for Her in the chat. You're welcome to reach out to me directly. But again, also pay attention to our social media because the recipes will be posted on there in other contexts as well. So if anyone wants to have questions for Peng, or, any other questions, we can certainly open up. I don't know how busy you are. You busy lady.
I have about 10 minutes, so ask me all of your questions.
Perfect.
Anything, honestly, anything gymnastics related, non-gymnastics related. I am very much an open book. So if you guys have any questions from today, and I'm so excited for you guys to be here, and I'm really excited that you guys were able to join this chat, because honestly, anytime you're able to join a chat and learn so much, especially during this time, is amazing. And I hope you guys really take advantage of everything you've learned. I'm so excited because I have the beauty wellness packet. So I have it right here. I can't wait to use it because I am definitely a huge fan of beauty products. So Chloe asked me, she said, what was your favorite event? Okay, who has this thing where their favorite event is the event they do well on that day? Like, genuinely, I love bars, beam, and floor. Vault, I don't really like vault that much, and I'm very open about that. Vaults, whatever, but bars, beam, and floor, I really love. So honestly, when I have a great day on beam, I'm like, beam, that's it. I love beam. And then the next day, if I have a horrible day on beam, I'm like, I really don't like beam. Beam can just go away. So I genuinely loved all 3 out of the 4 events. Love competing floor. That was my absolutely favorite event. Another question. I was wondering if you had any injuries that held you back, and how did you come back from them? Well, this could take longer than 10 minutes, but I'm going to give you a nice short summary. I had a really bad back injury in high school. I was told by a doctor that I would never be able to come back to do gymnastics again. They had told me that if I continued to do gymnastics, because I was in so much pain, I could become paralyzed waist down. That freaked me out. Then the doctor said, you need to stop all physical activity now. I quit gymnastics when I was 15. It allowed me to grow. It allowed me to be a normal teenager at the time. I honestly didn't think I was going to come back, and UCLA had reached out to me, or one of my teammates, I went to UCLA, and so she reached out to me, but I went to go visit UCLA, and they said that if I could come back to do gymnastics, they would love to give me a scholarship. That really motivated me to come back to do gymnastics, and I thought maybe I wouldn't be able to do it at that high of level. But honestly, even during this time, like a pandemic, I was injured for an entire year. I wasn't allowed to run. I wasn't allowed to jump. I did a cartwheel for the first time in a year when I came back into a gym. So this time is great because when I was injured and had other injuries, like my ACL injury, I've had it 2 years in a row, ACL, I focused so much on my mental training. That's why when I was in my 6th year at UCLA, when I was competing at UCLA, I barely trained. My body was broken, but I did so many mental sets. And honestly, when I competed, it was like I had dreamed it already. And for me, mental sets meant getting on the event and just kind of walking through it with my hands, with my feet, and like just feeling it out in my body. I am not the type of person to visualize, to sit there and close my eyes and envision myself in the arena. I will fall. I will 100% crotch the beam. I will hit my face on the bar. So closing my eyes and visualizing is not it for me. Visualizing with my body and tightening everything worked exactly for me. So I encourage you to figure out what mental sets help you guys. Someone asked me, what event did I get the most 10s on? Beam. I was shocked. Beam's really hard to get 10s on. I scored 7 10s on beam and 3 10s on bars. I know, right? I think that's right, or 6 10s on beam and 4 10s on bars. One of the two. I actually don't know my own stats, but I ended up scoring 10 perfect 10s, and beam was definitely one of those things I got the most 10s on. Someone asked, how do you get over and recover from your knee injuries coming from someone else who's currently going through a knee injury? I hope you get better, Sarah. Oh my God, I know exactly how you feel with the knee injuries. Rehab. It sounds so boring, but please do your rehab. Don't rush into getting back, because what I did with my knees, I really took the time to make sure my knee was 100% before I got back into training. Even though if you're itching to get back into the gym and you want to get back so bad, hold off and make sure your knee is 100%, because you want to be able to get back nicely instead of getting back and then taking 10 steps backwards. So that's the biggest thing I've learned about injuries. Make sure you talk to your coach to make sure you come up with a timeline. Do your rehab. Rehab is very, very important. Cleo asked, how long did it take to learn flares on beam? So I actually started flares on beam when I was 12 years old. So when I was 12, it was kind of one of those skills that my coach just wanted me to learn to kind of stand out and really, it kind of was given to me. And it wasn't a skill that came naturally to me, not at all. I really had to work on it. And it was one of those things where I had the mushroom, like how the guys have the mushroom and they do their little flares there. So I used to bring that little mushroom with me to each event, and kind of in between turns, I would do a little bit of flare. So that's why I really stuck with it. And I think you guys can learn any skill that you want. Do some drills in between turns. If you're waiting for someone on vault, I know vault, there's only 2 vaults and it takes forever to go on vault and you're just standing there waiting for your turn. But do some drills that you want to, of other skills that you want to learn. Okay, so I saw, Chloe asked me, how do you get over fears? Fears are super, super scary in gymnastics. Have you guys ever had mental blocks or the twisties where you're like, I'm doing a full 1.5 twist and you end up doing a double, or you do something different than you completely went into? When you guys have fears in the gym, sometimes it's okay to step away from the skill. I used to, if I was messing up on a skill, I used to tell my coach, today's not the day, I need a break. And I used to be very communicative with my coach, saying, I need a day off from this skill because I'm getting so much in my head. So it's okay to communicate that with your coach. When you are scared, go back to basics. Go right back to, even if it's a straight jump, even if it's a tuck jump or a back roll, go back to your basics, because it will really help you to go back step by step and give you confidence so that you won't be scared anymore. And sometimes, honestly, you just got to count down 3, 2, 1 and just go for it. I remember learning new skills. They're so scary, but counting down really helped. All right, we're going to have a couple more questions. Tara asked an amazing question. She said, mental health is so important. What did you do with / to your mind to stay positive, especially during injuries when you can't compete? I was one of those gymnasts that always wanted to be in the spotlight, wanted to compete, wanted to be there with my teammates. And so when I was injured for 2 years in a row, it was so hard for me, because you're always thinking, that could be me. I could be out there. Oh man, like how come I'm injured? I want to get back so bad. The one important thing during an injury is to think about the things you can do instead of can't do. When I had my back injury, I thought I wasn't allowed to run. I wasn't allowed to jump. I couldn't do anything physical. I signed up for singing lessons, guitar lessons, and acting, because those are things that are not physical and that I could sit there and not have to do anything. But it was one of those things that really fueled my soul. If cooking is one of those things, you can do cooking even if you're sitting in a chair. And so think about all the things you can do. I even took singing, guitar, and acting with me through college. And it was one of those things where even when I was so stressed in college, I could still be like, I don't need to use my body at all. I can use my voice. I can use, play the guitar. And so those were things that really helped me get my mind off of gymnastics. So when I came back into the gym, I was at 100% clear mind. So always think about the things you can do. That could be so little. I mean, enjoy watching TV when you're injured, to be honest, because you won't be able to watch as much TV when you get to college and when you get older. So just little things that really fuel your soul. We're going to ask 2 more questions, and I'm just going to see right here. Okay. So, Tora Ya. I'm for sure saying that name wrong. What's the hardest skill you've ever learned? So this is the hardest skill I've ever learned, but never got to compete. I used to train a double layout full out on floor, and that was back in 2012. So this is, I think, before maybe one other person was competing it, but I wanted to compete it so bad. I was the top Canadian going into the 2012 Olympics. I unfortunately tore my ACL right at Olympic trials. So sometimes you guys can work so hard and, things don't go exactly your way. But that's okay, because I went into that Olympic year with no regrets. That literally was my mindset. I'm going into this year with no regrets. Like nutrition, I love chips. I love burgers and fries. Like, I am very much a junk foodie. So I told myself during the Olympic year, I came up with a list of things that I would eat after the Olympics. It was like chicken nuggets from McDonald's or something, also was on that list. And for me, I wanted to try all the skills that I, wanted to try. So I ended up doing a Yurchenko double twist and unfortunately tore my ACL. But I do want to say I have no regrets, because I think I would have regretted not trying it. And I want you guys to be 100% confident with what you guys are doing. You guys have one life to live, and everything you do in this life is completely up to you. So when you are nervous for competition, just be so grateful to be, I am here today. I am never going to be at this meet probably ever again at this age. So really just enjoy your time, because honestly, that's what life is all about, just enjoying each step. We're going to go into the last question from Grace. And she says, do you have a pre-meet routine that you do before every meet that helps you calm your nerves? So it's really funny because when I was younger, I was definitely superstitious. I had to put like 4 clips in my hair because there were 4 events. I had to like brush my teeth 4 times on each side, and it doesn't help. Like, I think it just made me calmer. And I used to do like kicks 4 times because there were 4 events. If I did 3 kicks, I missed 1 event that I was going to fall on or something. When I got to college, you compete every single weekend, and those pre-meet rituals for me personally went out the window because I competed so often that I was just too tired to even think about these pre-meet rituals. But I do want to say, when you are going into a meet, something that is really great to practice your pre-meet rituals is to practice it in training, because you don't want to switch up your training and competition. You want to think of competition as just like training. So if you don't put 4 clips in your hair for training, then why are you putting it in for competition? It's not going to change anything or give you an extra boost. So I encourage you guys to practice your same mindset going into training and going into competition. If you guys are super hyper and happy in training, make sure you remember that to take that hyperness and happiness into competition. I used to be so happy in training, and I used to do my best when I was smiling, giggling, laughing. As soon as I got to competition, I'd have this like straight face because everyone else looked so robotic, and I thought I needed to be so serious. And I would freak myself out. I didn't practice that. I thought that would help me in competition, but I never practiced it. So I actually would do worse when I looked like I was so serious and not having fun. So I encourage you guys to practice whatever pre-meet routine you have in training, and I hope that that helps you guys. But again, thank you guys so much for all your questions. Your questions were amazing, and I will be posting that dance on TikTok so I can choose a winner, choose maybe a couple winners for that dance. So I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much. If any last words from any other of the hosts, Jolene, Aaron, if you'd like to step in before we say goodbye, this is your chance.
You're all amazing. It's been so nice to have this hour with you. And Peng, your words are so inspiring. I feel all lit up and inspired to go get outside in the sun, enjoy your relaxation and your beauty, and take good care of yourself.
Yeah, agreed. I feel so charged. That was so much just to kind of wrap up, and your words are amazing and so motivational. So we thank everyone for being here. We had the most amazing hosts, amazing guests. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe. We love you. Happy pink, and everybody take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.